back to my channel. You're welcome. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, whenever you maybe will watching me. You're welcome when you're welcome. I'm your friend, Solution. Uh, in this channel, we'll be doing a whole lot of things, like I said in my introductory live streaming earlier today. But I want to start a series on the true life stories behind my, becoming a nurse, a registered nurse. You understand? In life, you have to keep believing in yourself, even when no one else is believing in you. In this life, you have to keep moving when nobody is clapping for you in that race. In this life, you have to hold your head and shoulders high, even when the circumstances are not palatable, they are not, they don't look good. In this life, believe that life is not fair and you can get nothing free in this life. You have to be consistent. You have to be hardworking. You have to be optimistic. You have to be strong in order to make something out of life. And I want you to know that life is sacrosanct. And talking about sacrosanct is personal. But the English people say is that uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. You don't know what people go through. We carry our scars, our pain, we carry it with powder, with makeup, with fresh smiles, dress fine, and we keep moving. And I want you to know that life is not a fun fair. It's something that gives you a whole lot of reasons or circumstances to doubt yourself, or even want to quit, or even want to commit suicide. But whatever the issue, suicide is never an option. Whatever you're going through, make sure there's something we call gratitude should be part and parcel of your life. Life is not all about the physical things. The physical things, most of the time, that we run after can never make us happy. The things that makes us happy are things that you cannot buy, like happiness, what's sustaining us, your joy, like, when we're talking about oxygen that is not quantifiable, those are the things that can make us to keep going. And I found out that in this life, if you have not made anything, if you have not succeeded in life, nobody believes in you. You have maybe a few percentage people that will believe in you and keep sharing you, even when you are failing. So, whatever you have in mind to do, you just have to do it. Like my own journey, I met a guy when I was just like 18 years in secondary school. It was, I think, a year my senior, though not in the same school. And meeting this guy, as teenagers, these days, the way I would, as a mother or as a parent, advise my children, my parent never gave me that kind of opportunity because they don't know. And because of religion and the cultural background of Africans, there are some things we don't want to discuss with our babies, our children. And one of them is issue of sex education. And when we're talking about sex education, all children needs it. because there are a lot of lions and people that are ready to prey on younger children. So I hadn't such opportunity. So we met, boy meet girl, and we started going. And before you know it, the guy finished, moved over to Lagos. I was in Ogun State, Abeokuta. And before we started serious relationship like a couple. No, I was not living with him. And that's how we started the relationship. 9 years of my life was wasted with this guy. And along the line, we weren't having issues, but his mother started laying a complaint. And as a young adult, I felt it's something that we could sort. And what was the complaint? She started saying, prior to the time that I came to Lagos and we started dating on a full scale, secondary school lovers, that the guy had like three girls coming round to see him. And but immediately the guy saw me, that the guy stopped, dating other girls. So as such, the woman believed I was a diabolical person, or this Ogbanje stuff that is using something to control the guy in court. And as a young child, I hadn't that support I was the first out of six kids. So I have four boys and a younger sister, all looking up to me. I had no uncle, no auntie, nobody to talk to. In the city of the blind, the only people I could talk to were my classmates, or maybe a year my classmate, my senior in the school, and that was what we were talking. And along the line, we started having this issue. There was serious battering, domestic violence. This guy will beat me. If I come over to his place over the weekend, it was going to be serious beating. So it made me to learn that when you're talking about long-term relationship, especially to the girl child, especially to the female folks, is a scam. Never will I advise anybody. I never knew that I was going to be someday a nurse or a counselor that be going up and down to talk to people. I've seen a lot. So it makes it easier for me to be able to tell someone, this is what I've been through, and I don't want you to get through that. Because experience, they say, is the best teacher, is always the best teacher. So if you have a girl child, or you are the girl, and you're having a relationship 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, oh my God, it is better to have a rethink. Don't be too desperate, like I was desperate. I was not, age was on my side, but there was no role of mentorship or, positive mentors around me that could tell me this. We've been talking about the red flags of relationship, especially when you are talking about long-term relationship. But most of these things, we see them clearly. But at times we want to pretend as if it does not exist, Jare is not existing. But they are actually real. And this guy started beating me, and the mother will say, hey, pele, just like that. And along the line, I got stuck, and I couldn't leave this guy. Like the mother was saying, I was using diabolical means to tie him down, whereas I think it was the other way around because I could not leave him. And as a young girl growing up, my friends that were age mates, we were like 6 or 7, they had the so-called, then we used to call fiancé or fiancée, future partner. So, and this guy, this I'll be telling my friend, they had their own future partners and they had other boyfriends. But I was like, church girl, good girl. I don't want to do something like that. Ah, God forbid bad thing. You understand? I was just there deceiving myself. And this guy, despite the fact that we were so close, it was like he had all the time in this world for me. He was sleeping around. He had a lot of girls that he was sleeping around with, messing around with, despite the fact that he was not bringing them to the house that he was living. So it made it seems as if he was faithful to me, whereas he was never faithful. So if you have any relationship and you see a guy who is like 85% tied to the mother's apron string, it's better to jackpot the Genesis this thing. Don't be stalked. Love is not enough to keep marriage. It's not, it's never enough, and it can never be only thing. You have a whole lot of things that you want to look about the stability. What kind of moral values do they have in their family? How do they treat their own parent? What's the relationship between the father and mother? Is there any domestic violence? Is that a form of family pattern? You understand? Going on in that house, and you are seeing all these things, and you are weaving. Don't weave them. Oh. In fact, they should be a major concern. Do you have a guy or a girl that is not responsible financially? Because it will be so unfair to you, either as a lady or a man, to go into a marriage in quotes with a lot of financial baggages. You have debt here, you have BC here, you have them there, and you are just coming into the marriage. Is unfair. You are not financially responsible. So there are a whole lot of things that this channel will be discussing about, and it's going to be, apart from the health issues, the other pep talk will be basically on relationship. I'm passionate about relationship. I'm passionate about seeing people settle down. I'm passionate about seeing relationship work. We can make it work. So that's how the guy, a lot of abuses, a lot of, like Mike Tyson today, tomorrow will be Hulk Hogan, and he was a tall, and I was young. I was obsessed with tall men. I'm 5'6". I was obsessed with tall men. I wasn't I wasn't asking myself, what if something happens tomorrow and this guy get an accident and he has an injury, or the leg is cut off, he's no longer tall, he's no longer, what happens? Or I wasn't asking myself, will this guy be able to, you know, fall into my vision? Like when I was getting married, I never knew that someday will come, I will be going from one place to another to go and give health talk, to go and do a whole lot of things that will require my husband or my partner to support me. I was just, I need tall and handsome. Anybody, no matter how handsome you were those days, because I was foolish and I was obsessed. I would say more of obsession, more of obsession that now led to stupidity and foolishness. So I was obsessed with tallness, handsome and tall. I wasn't, and no matter how beautiful or handsome you say you are as a short man, immediately they just come like this. I would just look at them as if they are not part of this world. Because I had no mentors. I was just doing my own trial and error, fall down today, stand up tomorrow. And at the end of the day, the woman, the mother of the owner of the child, the gongon, say, no, this relationship cannot work. After spending 9 years of my life. And as at that time, because I am a go-getter, he had no father. His father died earlier when he was in class 3. Those days, there was no SS3, SS Kiniko. So I was pushing him. My mom and I and my siblings, we are an average family those days. Now the economy is trying to bring down the average family. So my mom was pushing him, go and redo retake your GCO. Yeah, in our house, you want to marry my daughter, you must be educated. You must have something. We are not after money. So we started pushing and pushing. Immediately he got to the top of his career like this. I was no longer the Folusho I used to be. I became I became the way he treated me. In fact, was not out of this world. The treatment that is not meant for humans. Even if you treat animals like that these days, people will cast you that, have you taken colos? Are you okay? This is animal abuse. And that kind of treatment, I got more than what could be done to an animal. So I'm out of my own problems and they are neck deep into their own problems. So that's why I say, when nobody believes in you, keep believing in yourself. You are running the race, nobody is clapping for you. Nobody wants to know when you are running the race. They want to see the result. You are going for a relay, they want to see you take the baton, get to the tape, and get the gold or the silver or the bronze, better still. Nobody is interested in your struggles. If the moment you know nobody is interested in my struggle, I got to school of nursing at the age of 30. At the age of 30, after the guy disappointed me, I was already 27, and I've been with him since age of 17 plus, going to 18 in secondary school, till 27 years of my life. And that was when the guy now felt, I cannot, I can't, no, 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 you are not, yeah. And the mother that cannot even read or write, say, I'm not fit for his son. So I got to school of nursing at the age of 30, and getting to the school of nursing at 30, I was 30 February of that year. I got to school of nursing September ending. And after 2 or 3 months in the school, it was tough initially, but I was determined because I knew what I wanted. I knew what I was, where I was coming from. I knew where I was, and I knew where I wanted to get to. If I had given up on my dreams, all the places that I've been to over, let's say, 50 engagement this year, because I'm running some advanced BSc program. So I've been trying to lower or reduce my engagements. But this year, if I could remember, I've been to well over 50 engagements. And if not for the course that I'm doing, I know last year it wasn't like that. Yeah, I used to. So I never knew if I had given up on me. If I had given up on me, nobody will know me as Nurse Felicia today. Maybe I'll probably be a teacher. And if the guy had not even abandoned me, I wasn't a nurse. I did ticketing and reservation, I did fashion designing, and a whole lot of that. Maybe I would have just been there, just having children, the first baby, have the first, second baby, third, and fifth. Maybe by the time I have 5 children that he has finished with me, then he will now go for the love of his life. But I thank God he did what he did. And of course, I just lost myself and I didn't give up on me. On getting to the school of nursing, I met about we were about eight. I met seven or eight other people that were older. Some were 2 years older than I, some were 28 years, I was 30 plus, some were 33, like that. I think about two or three of them were older. And what did they say? They told me, after 2 months in the school, I found that I was having issues with a particular course. We call it anatomy and physiology. And I felt, it's not going to, if you don't know anatomy and you want to go into school of nursing, you are in the school of nursing or BSc nursing, you are just wasting your time. So I went to meet one of the students that is good in theory. So, oh, Funke, come. I'm coming to your room, come and teach me. That one said, you elderly person, no, I'll be coming to visit. And that was it. The guy came, she started coming to my room to teach me. By the time we were going to do first semester exams, I was 16 position. I got, I think, 13 position out of 40 of us. By second semester that I properly settled, my position from 16 went to 5. And until I left that school, I never dropped from third, fourth, fifth, till I finished the school. Now, after the first semester that I was 13 position, the remaining about 5 out of 8 of us that were over 30, they now called me to a meeting and they asked that big question. The question popped and they asked me, If you that they wanted to withdraw, they wanted to go and write letter of withdrawal to go to, because they can't cope. Ah, I told no, we were preparing for first semester exams, and that was how they called me. I said, me, mbao, don't just try me. For people 18, 19, 20, 21, 17, and then 16, some of them were in school of nursing, they were in year 3, year 2. With my age, 30 plus, no, I'm not withdrawing. Oh. I don't understand, but whatever it takes, I must give it, because I knew what I wanted. And before you know, before we even started the exams, 4 of them wrote letter of withdrawal, and they left the school, and we were the same age bracket. That's why it dawned on me that these people meant business. I went straight to meet that girl, and the girl started putting me through. Started putting me through on the days of, don't sleep, scolding me. I'll beat you. Sit down, stand up, like joke. She was between first and second till we finished. I was between that third and fifth. And I had 17, 19, 18, 20, 21 in that class. And I was the rep for like 3 solid years. The 3 years I was the rep, I was coping with my socials, because when you are a rep in School of Nursing, it takes a lot of, when you want to do exams, you are there. With the practical exam, you invite lecturers all over the country, they come, and we do 2 exams in a year, cooking for them, getting at their accommodation, fixing their honorarium. I was there. And people that even thought they wanted to come and be a sort of competition to my being the rep for 3 years, because they say, they happen like that for that school, that because of the activities, because it's a missionary, Catholic missionary school, and they were so tough when it comes to discipline. They are thorough. They were thorough. So when you wanted to, it's the school that I even tell them that, please go and choose your rep. Choose somebody that will be able to cope socially, financially, and of course academically. The primary reason and the purpose that you are in the school. And that was how I did it. And the result came first semester, second semester, year 2, year 3. I was there. So I never gave up on me. And after this guy left me, I saw myself as if there is a poo poo on my body that no man will ever approach me. And I was like, how will the person look like? Will I be able to love again? Will I be able to do this and that? That was 9 years of my life gone down the drain because of stupidity and lack of mentorship, an obsession of looking for tall and handsome guy. That's how we started. Oh, I finished the school. I went for my second course. I got the best job in a private. That's how I started moving. When I was there, nobody knows what I went through. I went through 3 years of pain, insults. When you are in school with small. In fact, as at that time I was 30, I think our last born, the last baby in amongst my sibling, I'm like 14 years older than him. So I don't think I have somebody that is like 14 there. Yeah. So let's say it was 14 then. And that's how I started moving. I never gave up on me. So no matter what you're going through, suicide is never an option. No matter what you're going through, never give up hope. Don't give up on yourself. I can't see myself give up on me. And that's what I tell my children. You can do it if you want to do it. You can make it if you have the interest at heart. Determination. You have to be committed. Life is personal. It's personal. No, life is personal. Nobody is interested in your struggle. Nobody loves anybody. Some people are already there, they're out there, they want to use you and dump you. That's what they want, just like tissue paper. When they need you, they begin to sing aloud for you. Oh, my baby boo, my bobo, my babe. Immediately they use you, sharp, they drop you. And some, when you have helped them and you are now in a bit, in a fix, and you are trying to reach out to them, you know what they say? They say you are having entitlement mentality. Why should you be entitled to their own thing? But when they were naked, you were there to even use not ordinary ankara, you used duvet to cover them. That no, 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 no. This disgrace must not be your own. This shame, no, it won't happen. And you are there. So one day when I began to meditate, I wasn't even reading Bible or something. I was trying to meditate and was asking myself what and what could have happened if I was there for so person financially, morally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and all whatnot, and socially. And it is time for my own problems, and the person is not ready to help me. And you know what I concluded? Something just dropped into my, because I'm a deep thinker. When I want to think, at times you see me, I'll be eating my nails. But those times that I'm eating my nail, I get the best of inspiration. I get the best of it. You don't mind the ugly fingers. Now, you know what happens? As I was doing, something else came down and dropped into my heart. And it's something, and that thing says, if I, that voice was telling me that if God wants to help you, someone, He will give you the person that needs help 50% of grace for receiving. Then the person that you are looking up to, or you are not even looking up to for help as at that material time, you will give the person 50% of grace. So that the grace of giving 50%, high the grace of collection, then I have 100% grace completed. That's why at times you're not even expecting anything from anybody or a particular person, and the person will just say, send account number. Send account number. I need your detail. Somebody called me. I was saying, I need it now. Send it now. And I was busy. I was doing dressing. I had to call someone else. Please get a paper. Get the paper for me. Let me dictate something. You help me type it on my phone and send it to the person. Because the grace was completed. Now, if you are looking up to somebody to help you and they are not helping, the grace is not there for them to give, and you have not receiving the grace to collect. The day it drops into my heart, the day I knew that, yeah, I've not had it. I've been a church person right from Bele till now. At my age, I've not had that thing from anywhere being preached or being spoken about. Then it became part of me. So all those tension that I used to have, and you have money, you don't want to help me, you have money, he's not helping me. And maybe I was there when he had his own issue. He should be able to help me now. We are blood, we are sister, we are uncle, we are brother. Since then I had my peace of mind. And no matter how bad the circumstances is, God always come through for me. That's what Mrs. Jim will say. He say, you always come through for me. He will always come through. Don't look down on yourself. You are the best. You are a change maker. You are in fact, you were created by God and He has His own purpose for you. But when you lose hope or you commit suicide, may we not go there finish and glory will not come. I had a friend whose husband died. The guy had PhD, I think food and nutrition. I can't remember. And he applied in one big beer company in those days, and they were asking him, "We will get back to you." And this guy died after about 2 months. They just brought the letter of appointment as a manager, regional manager, with a vehicle, with a house, official quarters, official car, official driver. In fact, as at then, the money was heavy, 2005, 2006 or thereabout. The money was heavy, and the family were thrown into second round of money. They started crying. They started crying. So we don't know what God has in store. So when you are, feeling suicidal, you want to kill yourself, we'll be talking about depression. I've been there talking about depression. In fact, after my problem with the guy that I say my future partner for 9 years, I was just messing me up, getting pregnant and aborting for him when all in them he's not ready, he's not ready. After those times, the first guy I saw was a father of three, a widower. And when this guy toasted me, I was looking at myself, so somebody can still toast me, ni? Somebody can still toast me, ni? You understand? Because my self-esteem was like the lowest. I was like this, like toothpick. My self-esteem was bastardized. My self-confidence was gone. I had nowhere to go. I had no hope anywhere. And it was from that guy I was able to pick up how, I allowed him to love me. I was not loving him. I allowed him to love me because I've invested so much energy and love in a relationship that was futile, not fruitless. It was that was fruitless, not fruitful rather. So I allowed the guy, I gave him permission. So let me just see how a man loves, not me now, patching myself, being clingy, being, unnecessarily wasting time and, serious about love. Love is not enough to keep marriage. So if you have a guy that just carry one guy ring and then I engage you 1 year, the ring is still there. Next year, he go change am to another gold. The other year, he go change am to another gold. Na sakamanje o. When he's ready, most of them, to every exception, there are to every rule, to every rule there are exceptions. It is not all the men, but I can tell you, majority of the men. We have girls like that will just your is her parents are not financially stable and she wants to maybe learn a trade or go to a higher institution or something, and the guy will be spending. The guy will be spending. And you will not say that time that the guy is not your standard. Immediately they finish you service, you come and see them. How much have you spent? I'm ready to give it back to you. It's robbery, daylight robbery. If you do that for a woman or you do that for a man, you allow somebody to train you and you are now saying, in fact, I don't know, it's a daylight robbery. A robbery of the heart, robbery of resources, robbery of the mind, and robbery of everywhere. So it is not the best. If you know you don't want to go all the way with this person, don't waste a man or a woman's years, youthful years, fruitful years, 4 years, when you are not the Lord of the Ring and you say he has engaged me, he has that time. Anybody that toasts me, I just tell them, I don't even allow them to finish their toasting because I was pretty as a young girl. I just tell them, Nipe, I have a future partner. I have a future partner. I will not allow them to land or to love me. So eventually, it just crumbled like a pack of cards. Long term relationship, if you are in marriage, you are there 10, 15 years, it's still long term. It's better because you are already there. But that you are a single girl, you are a single guy, and this girl is telling you, give me 2 years, let me do this one, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and you are spending for her, or is the other way around for you, the girl. If a man is 50, a man can marry 15-year-old girl if it's allowed. If the parents are not saying 15 is small in some cultures. 18, Nigerian standard, constitution, they can marry. But as a 35-year-old woman in Nigeria, it will be very difficult for you to take a 30-year-old home, or a 30-year-old man or 25-year-old man takes you to their parent, and the parent will say, Kabo Komi in our Yoruba parlance. I say, welcome, my dear. So it's 10 years that you are my son's senior with 10 years. Except it's white Oyinbo. If it is white Oyinbo, they will say, welcome. But if it is Nigeria to Nigeria, Africa to Africa, God forbid ni. And besides that, as women, our eggs for ovulation, for pregnancy depletes. I've treated people this year that at 35 they have entered menopause and they are still single. Thank God for medicine, thank God for grace. They are still single. So why will you now at 25 stay with a man 5 years of your life, 8 years of your life? The way I did my own with 9 years is complete madness. It's complete madness. And most of us, when we are in that stupid lust that we call love, we know the year word though. Me, I didn't even have anybody to talk to me that this thing is not right. Leave this guy, the guy that beats you like blue black, eh? That would, instead of making up, can settle, communication and that after beating, the next is make up sex just to keep me short. And I was not ready to leave him. But nobody, no, you can't do that to my daughter. I said he decided not to tell me. You can't. You can't treat my daughter anyhow these days. She's even 13. She's standing up for herself, gone wherever she goes. So I'm like, no, it's not somebody you can rubbish. She's showing it, and I'm happy. You don't have to be docile. Docility is not submission. Docility, being docile, is not respect. It's not respect. It's you wasting away, wasting your time, wasting everything that you have worked for. So we're going to be, unveiling lot and lot about relationships, health, reproductive health, men's health, women's health, maternal and child health, you know, various medical conditions, surgical conditions, various things that we need to do, to live a healthy life, which is very, very important, to be mentally healthy, to have emotional intelligence and all that. And if you have any, how do I put it, any engagement, most times you have maybe a reunion, like I'll be going for a reunion with a particular, say you have anything, I don't charge, come there, we do medical outreach, we speak on health, give permission, give room for question and answer, and of course we do follow up for a whole lot of people. Life is personal. Life is beautiful. You are a change maker. You are the best. You are a unique person. For your father to have you, he released like millions of sperm, 30 million, 40 millions of sperm. And so most of them, all of them died. And you were the only one that got to that place. It means you are unique. There is a purpose for that. And if they now do your own DNA with your own father's DNA is compared, they do your DNA today, your biological father, it can never be 100%. It's going to be 99. It can be 99.9999 infinity like that, but it can never be 100%. That 0.1% is your own purpose in life. That's the difference between you and your own father, and you have a glory. God has attached some people to your back that when you grow old, or when you get to a certain stage in life, you are going to be their own divine helper that we are always praying for. But if you give up on yourself, if you give up on your vision, your mission statement, your goals and aspiration in life, you are not writing it and running with it and planning with it, those people that God has prepared that you are going to lift them will just die paupers. They will be there as paupers. So please keep holding on, It's not easy anywhere. If it is finances, it's almost everybody's problem. So each time I'm broke, if my son, my first son used to tell me, say, you will still broke, you will still be broke tomorrow. So it's not only the first time that you get broke, because I'm a salary earner and the salary is not growing, but the economy is, the inflation is growing at an alarming rate in Nigeria now, even all over the world, because of this war in Russia. Ukraine is part of it. A whole lot of political nonsense that is going on, and in this country too. So let's keep hope alive, stay healthy, drink enough water, make sure you get your balanced diet. You need help, you are going through something, might be financial, might be moral, might be physical, social, or mental. Seeking help is a sign of strength. If I'm able to tell somebody, please, I need money, help me. Ah, it's not for the weak, oh, because you don't know what you'll be expecting. Maybe the person will talk, which money? I don't have money. Oh. You don't know whether they will shun you. So seeking help is a sign of strength. You're going through any mental issue, you don't have, please, I'm here 24/7 to talk to. So we'll be meeting tomorrow by His grace. So till then, have a nice night, sleep tight. Remember, I love you. And remember to love yourself too. Thanks for watching. Good night.